Indeed.
The Gut Rat. Well, still going to be released on a Tuesday, but recorded on a Monday.
Yes, instead of the normal, because
I'm that good.
We forgot.
A little bit. Now, a somewhat returning topic. The Star Wars TV shows.
Oh god.
Well, it's good for once.
Oh.
Skeleton Crew has released.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't paid attention.
We have the 2-episode premiere Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
It's really fucking good.
Great.
Like the usual heavy reliance on practical effects over CGI and shit.
You know,
and storytelling where stuff actually happens in the first 2 episodes.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to tell me that on The Mandalorian. Practical effects.
Yeah.
Sir, it's all shot on a big ass LED wall. What do you mean practical effects?
This probably is as well.
Oh yeah, probably, because they found that doing Star Wars with, especially if they have anything shiny on, it's a lot easier to make it look correct with an LED wall, because reflections are a thing.
One of the main characters is a alien species.
Oh wow.
Actually, more than one of the main characters. And like, there is some CGI effects tagged on to make it look more alive. On the one of them at least.
Well, they have to.
Yeah. But, like, it is an actual fucking wearable costume. Which is great.
Yeah, it's not like David Jones.
Yeah. And there's like another small creature introduced, and that is an actual puppet.
I love when they do that.
Like little things like that. Yeah, sure, it doesn't look amazing. Like, it doesn't look as good as it possibly could, but it just feels right for the universe.
Yeah, to be fair, considering how some of the things actually look in the universe to begin with.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me that some races look like they're made out of cloth.
Like, my only issue with this show so far is that they've maybe leaned a bit too far into the pirate aesthetic for some of the blasters.
Oh no.
They look too small, and it's basically just a gun barrel on a stick, some of them.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But other than that, first 2 episodes were really good.
Great. Well, I'll have to watch it now, damn it.
Yeah!
Who the hell did I put the toothpaste? Gaijin, have you touched my desk again? What in the fuck? Oh, you saw the thing I sent you earlier, by the way.
Which one?
The one about Gaijube.
Yes.
Did you see what was wrong?
No, because I didn't exactly look closer, because I was busy doing other things.
Fair enough. Now go look closer at it, damn it.
Why is there a snowflake on the very hot?
No, it's frozen. But yeah, you see those things. It's 190 C, right?
Yeah, that's a bit of a discrepancy here.
See? Inconsistency. Fucking guy Gerb.
It's just made in America.
Yeah, let's put the temperatures of what you're supposed to set it to in Celsius and then have the heat on the machine to fucking Fahrenheit. What the
Just
fuck?
made in America. The engineer that programmed the science and the things for different temperatures wrote them in Celsius. They didn't bother converting them.
Still, though.
The person who wrote the lettering just kind of took straight from the datasheet they got from the engineer.
I mean, probably, but damn it. Usability is a thing.
Yep.
You know, it's enough for me to do math and how long something's supposed to be in there than not have to calculate the Celsius to Fahrenheit in the same time. Honestly.
Actually, I saw a short earlier of someone who was going to measure a wall to see how big of a dresser they could fit.
Yeah.
And they measured, instead of going downstairs to get a measuring tape, they just laid down and used their height to measure because their height matched the length they had. But, you know, America, so they had to go and ask Siri to convert their height in, you know, feet and inches to just inches.
Yep. Yeah, the metric system wouldn't, the imperial system wouldn't be so bad if it was linear at least.
Nope.
But as I loved what the one guy, Norwegian comic one said, you know, it's a couple rocks and some gravel.
Yeah.
It really is the way it feels, isn't it?
The best part is the modern imperial system was defined from the metric.
Yeah. Great, isn't it?
Yep.
So these hamburgers are fucking amazing. Nom.
I'm just numbing nachos.
Ah.
Because helping grandparents took longer than expected.
I mean, it is what it is. But you did fix it.
Yes. But, you know, she did actually have McAfee installed on her machine, so I went and uninstalled that first, which is a pain.
Yeah. And garbage.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be okay, but then they started being corporate, doing corporate shenanigans and being way behind on a lot of things, so... Honestly, the way companies push their shit these days, it's... Oh, disgusting.
Yeah. Now, speaking of grandparents, other grandparents are looking at new car.
Oh.
I'm particularly interested in electric cars.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because, you know, government's gone all, no, everybody needs to get electric cars. And the EU has mandated that, like, is it 20% of all parking spaces? Like, all car parks that hold more than 20 cars needs to have at least, I think it's 2 or 3, I can't remember the number, but they need to have electric chargers. Like, I'm just sitting here, what are we gonna do in, like, 30, 40, 50 years when we suddenly realize we can't make any more batteries?
We cry.
Freaking stop pushing electric vehicles. One, they're no better for the actual environment than a petrol engine one is.
But in the quote-unquote lifespan it is of, you know, whatever, 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
But it's not better than keeping a petrol car on the road for like, what, 70?
Yeah.
Which is possible.
But like, the entire carbon footprint of an electric car, when we include lifespan, is actually higher than it is in a petrol car with a modern emission reduction technology.
Yes. Now, it's funny, isn't it, when they do the comparison, they always take something out of the 90s or the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think there was an American Green group that did the comparison between a Nissan Leaf
Yeah.
and like a 70s Impala.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like comparing a small recreational fucking sailing boat with a fucking oil tanker.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we still firmly believe in hydrogen. And specifically hydrogen combustion.
Now, we talked about this before, and I agree with you, so...
Yeah. Like, literally, convert technology we already use. Like, and use modified infrastructure that we already use to run on a potential zero-emission fuel. Just like electric is only a potential zero-emission fuel.
Yeah, even though, of course, no matter how you look at it, it will never be.
Yeah. Not unless we have some serious leaps in technology.
Yeah.
And at which point, if, like, we can generate power out of nowhere without any emissions, we're probably just going to put a small power plant in a car instead of a battery.
Hey, look, it's going to be Fallout all over again.
I mean, yeah, except, you know, that very much wasn't a zero-emission energy source either.
You know, it didn't end up being one, but you see my point.
Yeah.
I mean, cars with onboard reactors kind of already exist. The Fisker is technically that.
Yeah, they're called electric... Wait. Yeah, the fact that they are allowed to be able to be labeled as electric vehicles with an onboard generator.
And they're technically not, you know, using the internal combustion as propulsion.
No. But I would still very much argue that it's a hybrid.
I mean, I agree with you. But by legal technicality, then, you know, if we're gonna define where the energy comes from, there isn't a single car in the entirety of Middle Europe that is not the hybrid. that is fully electric, because all the power comes from gas.
Well, the difference is,
I agree with you.
in my book, whether or not the electricity can be generated with a fossil fuel source on board the vehicle.
Yeah, I agree with you, Berserker, but there are some legal definitions that haven't been patched up properly. So
yeah.
So somebody got their fancy pants suitcase and their this I'm an asshole face, and yeah.
Someone who went to the same school as the EA representative that could send in to call loot boxes surprise mechanics.
Yep. That is literally where they're at.
It's not gambling. It's just paid surprise mechanics.
Yeah, it's just surprise.
Yep.
There's a single loot box that I didn't mind at all, and it's the ones that was in Advanced Warfare Call of Duty, because you kind of just earned those boxes as you played, and you didn't have to pay to open them or anything.
Yeah. Overwatch 1 had the same system where I can't remember the actual requirements to get them, but you would get loot boxes regularly.
Yeah, you got the XP basically, or did challenges. Apex does the same thing currently.
Now in Overwatch 1 you could also buy them.
Yeah. Could buy them if you wanted to, then same as you can in Apex. You can buy them, but you don't have to. You can just play.
Yeah.
I do also believe you had the common and epic loot boxes, kinda. But as long as you're technically able to get everything in the same loot box, I don't mind.
Yeah.
If you have to pay for a specific loot box to get something, that's annoying.
Yeah. You know which one? You had the rarities of things, so the higher rarity, the lower chance of it dropping in the loot box.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fine. Whatever.
But if you got a duplicate, you just get compensated with in-game currency, and if you got enough in-game currency, you could just buy whatever you wanted.
Yeah, which is a completely fine way of doing it, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Once again, that's not something I mind if they do it like that and they stand by it and don't start doing bullshit shenanigans. Which is...
AKA Overwatch 2.
Yes.
The entirety of Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
They're gonna do Overwatch 2 and it's gonna include a single player story mode and...
Yeah, sure.
You're still gonna be able to play Overwatch 1 and... all that.
There are some people around that I'm pretty sure are getting paid to lie.
Oh, definitely.
And those are politicians and representatives of various things. When I say representatives, not necessarily somebody who represents the police at a fucking show, but,
And some of the ones in the bigger companies get paid a lot of money because they're also the ones that are going to take the fall if shit hits the fan.
Yeah. I will say that actually on that note, when Linus Tech Tips had its little fallout, don't remember if it was earlier this year or last year. He himself took 90% of the fall. I'm not mistaken. But at least he made up for it. Unlike some EA people that kind of, take the fall and then disappear off the face of the earth.
Yeah. In like the Arrowhead not developers. We had one of the Arrowhead, or specifically Helldivers community.
Oh, that's what you meant, Arrowhead. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Developing arrowheads? What type of arrows are you shooting at the range now?
No.
Yeah.
One of the community guys for Helldivers 2, when Sony came out with their requirement for a PSN account and a link to play Helldivers on PC,
Yeah.
literally went on the Discord and said, go give this game negative reviews on Steam.
Yep. Which is the way it's supposed to do work.
And like, it was a sentiment that was agreed with all the developers. They weren't happy with it either, but, they couldn't legally say anything.
Yeah, that's the problem now, isn't it? Because so many games, say like Forza Motorsport, for instance, they're on the entire single-player mode. There isn't a single race car that you use throughout those series that it was released with.
Yeah.
Because it's all just marketing for car companies.
Yeah.
And bullshit. And of course, the fact that they switch out the developers on like 6-month contracts, it's no wonder it's a mess.
Yeah.
So it's absolute horseshit. Honestly, if you let the developers run the development and not the corporate, I'm pretty sure games would have been a lot better and work more often.
Yeah.
Well, it probably wouldn't be as profitable, but
I mean, we have some very great games, some very popular games where that is the case.
Yeah.
Deep Rock Galactic, for one.
Yes.
Widely praised as one of the most transparent development teams and one of the friendliest communities in gaming.
In the past 20 years or so.
Because it's the fucking guys who created the fucking studio that are in charge of the game.
Yeah.
Same with Valheim. Basically, Coffee Stain Publishing. Very good publisher, apparently.
Yep. That's another thing then, that we want to do.
Eventually.
As a publishing. Yeah. Like I said, that we want to do, is what I said. Quite specifically.
Yeah.
Is we want to have people or developers that need a publisher to have a publisher that's not going to push them over the fucking edge over getting an additional 0.5% of income.
Yeah.
So we can pad our own houses more.
Yeah.
That's not how it should be, but it is how corporate is a lot of the time when they get big enough.
Yeah. Publish good games that may not be financially successful, but, at least don't bankrupt us.
No. They're gonna be financially successful because they're good games.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. But we're not gonna chase that additional 5% so we can take out a bigger bonus.
Yeah.
We don't need like 6 million a year in income, technically.
Nope.
Like I am, as I've said multiple times before with another group with the, the LED screen company thingy. If I have to take off 200,000 off my yearly income, so we can have an additional worker, I would do that in a heartbeat, as long as I can survive on what's left.
Yeah.
And, live okay. So, say I'm supposed to have 600,000, I would go down to 400k, no problem, if we could have an additional worker so we don't have to work our ass off.
Yeah.
And probably then release a better product, get more income, and then maybe I'll end up having 500,000 anyway.
Yeah.
This is in Norwegian, not dollars. Calm your tits.
Yeah.
So it's a thing, but you know that's my morality on the matter, though, and that doesn't necessarily reflect over to the majority of the real world.
Like the good old saying goes, money doesn't buy happiness.
But it helps.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a tank,
Hell yes.
but I am sure that if we get what we want off the ground in the way we want it to go off the ground, we could buy a tank, no problem.
We could buy a whole museum.
Yeah, and there we have an additional income stream, and we have something fun to do. Because
Yes.
I am 900% sure, Berserker, that we're gonna have people go through the museum, and they're gonna see the two owners of the museum inside of a tank engine bay.
Yeah.
Instead of in an office. Because fuck that.
Yeah.
I would much rather be down in there and be on set, so to say. Set, that's not what I mean. What's it called, Berserker? It's not on the floor, because that's, you know, we're not doing retail, but
On site.
that's the... Yeah, I guess. Set site.
Visible.
Yeah, actually working,
I mean,
having fun.
Phantom Museum East, near me here. Well, near me. It's an hour away, but
That's near enough.
the actual owner, especially during the summer, does, he has an old German motorcycle with a sidecar. At least I think it's German, might be Russian. He has an old army motorcycle with a sidecar. And he actually himself drives out and, like, gives rides and that.
That's amazing. And I'm sure he's enjoying every single bit of it.
Yep.
He's probably having so much fun with that. Because, you know, we would do that for sure. If we had a weasel, we would definitely take somebody on a joyride on that thing.
Yeah.
Or a leopard, maybe.
Yeah, leopard more likely. Maybe not a weasel. Not a lot of people can fit in a weasel.
Well, you have the adults sitting in the leopard, right? And then you have a kid in the weasel. Maybe you should strap it to the side of the leopard and have a leopard with a sidecar.
Oh, God.
And then roll up with the Phantom Museum East and say, hey, look, we also have a sidecar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you would have gotten that.
Yeah. Well, definitely sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, totally legal.
I mean, I will say, definitely get something that's sort of legal and just drive that around to different events and then back.
Hell yeah.
And Norway, for that matter.
Yep. Like I said, the only thing I know that you need to have rubber tracks. Well,
Yeah.
rubbered, not rubber. They don't have to be fully rubber because that would be bad. But pads.
Well, fully rubber is not bad. You just can't go very fast with it.
Oh, or you know, you don't really want to go on things like earth and dirt.
Well, see, you say that, but a lot of small excavators and things like that run on pure rubber X.
Yeah, but those are shaped a little bit different than the ones on a tank.
Yeah. And, like, they go a max of, like, 3 kilometers an hour.
Yeah. They also weigh quite a bit less.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like if we had a Leopard 1 or a Leopard 2 with rubber and using the rubber padded tracks, we could, in theory, do 60.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be limited to 30 to 40. Depending on where we are. But if I'm going through a neighborhood, I would limit my speed to like 15. Because I'm in a tank. I'm wider than most of the small roads, so I'm not gonna speed through there. Hell no. Because I'm gonna end up poking my barrel through somebody's living room window.
But an actual tank. They probably won't get away with just driving that along the road.
What do you mean?
Now something like a Weasel.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, the 1940s. We could run those.
Yeah.
CD. Would have been completely stupid. Just rolling up with the bill.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Berserker, imagine going through something like a car meet in one of those.
Yeah.
Go up to somebody, hey, want a drag race? And just point the gun at them like, no, I'm just, ooh. Yeah, but no. Of course the gun would be deactivated, but...
Yeah. Anywho.
Details.
Exactly. Anywho. I think that's all the rant we get today.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anything else.
Actually, God of War.
Yeah.
Niflheim is a pain.
It's a good game, though.
It is. It's an amazing game. But Niflheim is a fucking disgusting place and I hate it.
Well... almost like it's kind of supposed to be that.
Yeah, that's fine. I love the concept of having to run through technically the same area that always changes. That's cool. I like that because it always keeps changing every time you go in and out of the fog. Basically, it changes all where the traps are and where certain things are, and the enemies. I like that. But when you have to collect 20,000 of those fucking echoes,
Yeah.
to open one of the 3 rifts,
Yeah.
10 for the first one, 15 for the second one, and a bunch of the chests.
Yeah. I am very much not looking forward to Niflheim now.
And of course, fighting a Valkyrie when you have a time limit on your ass.
Yeah.
Let's just say, when I started the fight with 3/4, I didn't have much more. I didn't have much more than a 10th left of my time when I beat the Valkyrie. Luckily, it replenishes the entire thing for you. But when you pick up all the stuff that drops from Valkyrie, every time you get the bloody pop-up.
Yeah, it takes fucking forever.
Yeah, so you sit there and click and just see the time goes down like, come on! I mean, you could just run and just pick it up at the dwarf as lost items, but fucking hell. Man, I got very stressed. And of course, if you die, you lose all the echoes you picked up.
Actually, speaking of the game,
Yes.
I did a complaint to you about some naming's gone wrong.
Yeah.
There's actually an in-game canon explanation for that later on when you return to Alfheim.
Oh, there you go.
It's basically just the easier dum-dums.
Well, there you go. The game beat you to it.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, fair enough.
Fair enough then.
I mean, it's still not true to actual, you know, lore, myth, legend, pick whichever one you want.
Well, how often did the Greek god go visit the Norse gods?
Well, he's technically a titan, not a god.
There we go again.
Kratos is a titan of strength in actual Greek mythos.
Yes,
But
he
like,
ended
it
up
fits
being-
pretty well.
But he ended up being the god of war in these games.
Yeah.
Because he smacked Ares' ass.
Yeah, he kind of smacked everybody's ass.
Well, yeah, my point is when he smacked Ares' ass, that's when he,
Yeah.
not sure if you want to say ascended or descended to godhood.
But like, it is mostly true to form. Dumbed down a bit, generally.
Well, that's completely understandable considering
Yeah.
how much of a pain in the actual ass myth and legends can be if you start
Yeah.
really poking at it.
Especially fucking Norse myth.
It's so jumbled. It makes no sense.
Because it was a mostly verbal society. Like,
Yeah.
stuff had to be really, really fucking important to write it down. And actually, like, preserve. Because, like, no doubt that messages has been written on bits of wood and paper and stuff.
Well, yeah, we know they have because we found them.
We found some, yes, but like, it's generally very short messages. Like, the things this guy is saying is right. Like, this guy is actually my messenger.
Yep.
It's generally things like that, or names.
Yeah.
Like, most of all the actual lore and history, that was exclusively passed along verbally.
It's 90% of it.
Which is also why you have, like, 5 different versions of the same story.
Yeah. It does make for a fun gag, though.
Yeah.
You know, you can. The enemy can't know what you're doing if you don't know what you're doing, and so on.
US World War II logistics department right there.
Yep.
We don't know what the fuck is going on. No way in hell the enemy will know.
Fucking glorious. It's a nice way of looking at things, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not great. Especially for, like, military logistics to have that attitude, but...
No, but that is kind of what's going on in the modern logistics, especially in the American army.
Yeah. Danish army logistics is actually pretty fucking on point.
Yeah, but you don't have hills to worry about.
No, we have fucking oceans instead.
No, you have sightline to every army base from the top of your roof.
No,
I know that's not true, but it's funny to call you flat.
I mean, you could see all of them from the highest point in Denmark if the Earth was flat.
Oh, there you go.
Might need some very good binoculars, but you would be able to see all of them.
Which is kind of funny. Also, you live close enough to one of them that you can hear them shooting, don't you?
Well, the thing is, I'm not exactly close to the garrison. But
Close enough.
their exercise fields. The north end of town literally borders the exercise field.
Yeah, that's close enough now, isn't it?
So when they are out on exercise and shooting, yes, I can hear it clearly,
Fucking hell,
especially at night.
I can just imagine some like exercise gang going, like, not knowing where they are and lost their map, and then suddenly just see the city and like, we're here. Oh, better go that way now.
Yeah. To be fair, you can probably navigate that fucking exercise field by just looking where the lights from the cities are.
Well, yeah, but you know, you see my point, Berserker.
Yeah.
So maybe they purposely go that way so they can go and get a coffee and some waffles.
Yeah. Thing is, like, we have 3 towns all south of the exercise field, and 1 to the due west, more or less. So, like, based off of where there's light going up into the night sky, you could actually navigate that field fairly accurately.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, if you try navigating the quote-unquote local exercise field here by light, you would look up and figure out that you are surrounded.
Great.
Because there's light in every direction.
Great.
Not necessarily just because they're towns, but there's an airfield and everything else. So, screw you.
Yeah. I'm far enough out in the middle of nowhere that there's no street lights except in the towns. Not even the motorway has street lights.
And you don't need street lights.
No, you don't.
I've seen Danish cars. Some of them have their own street lights.
Yep.
Not legally, but
Nope.
they do. So weird. Your car laws are... yeah.
Basically,
Interesting.
That describes basically all our laws.
Yeah, but, I mean, when you're technically allowed to put 2,000 horsepower into a Honda Civic, as long as you reinforce it properly, that's fine. But you can't put additional headlights on. Hell no. Too much light. Screw you.
Well, if you're at an intersection on a bicycle, unless there's an actual, like, bike lane marked across the intersection, you are perfectly within your right of doing a left turn when the light is green. And nobody does because it's fucking stupid, but, like, legally speaking.
So, are your laws based on common sense?
There is a fair amount of common sense in Danish law, yes.
Which means it's not meant for a modern American society, at least.
Yeah.
Roll the end rant there before we get fucking targeted.
That sounds like a good plan.